the ultimate investment setup. Know this: every decision you make with money should be with the intention to be closer to your financial freedom. What does that mean? It means that every investment decision you make needs to serve your security fund, independent fund, and freedom fund target. So before you invest, what do you have to do? First things first, you have to be bad debt free. Remember the rules of the money game? You need to move from a lower division to a higher division by paying off all of your bad debts. So if you're in that division and working hard to paying your debts off fast, focus on that first while spending time learning about investing and win in your division. The reality, however, is that you probably have an overlap because you have your automatic pension fund with your company. This is actually an advantage to your debt repayment plan because a pension fund or retirement account gives you a tax rebate every year when you do your taxes. So pay attention to that because your tax rebates from this and your medical rebates can be a powerful additional cash flow in that can speed up your timeline to becoming debt-free. You may also have investment accounts set up that you find are expensive commissionable accounts that are just sitting around without a strategy. Review those accounts. If you're in debt, you're going to need every cent. So how you do this is ask for the internal rate of return on these accounts from your investment provider, ask for the total fees that are applicable to each account. And if your investment account is not growing and you realize that you don't have a particular strategy anyway, consider the effect of using the accumulated money towards your debt repayment plan. The only thing that matters today, now that you have clarity on your vision, is to serve that vision. Remove the clutter in your plans as they are today. Keep what can serve your freedom fund and use the rest to pay off your debts. Now that you've made it to the investing division, you are bad debt free. Let me break it down for you. Different investment vehicles are like different types of cups. Money invested is like the liquid that is contained in different types of cups. Think about a cup of coffee. Your asset allocation is the mix of shares, property, bonds, and cash that the liquid is made up of. That's what will ultimately make up your return over time. So, for example, you can drink that coffee from a coffee mug, but technically you can also drink it out of a glass or a bowl, and it will work if you're careful. But it's a little inefficient. We use a coffee mug to hold the coffee because there are benefits from using the coffee mug by its design. So the reason there's so many different investment vehicles is because they're all designed to hold the money invested and give you benefits like tax rebates on the top of your potential return from your asset allocation over the time frame that your goal is expected to be achieved in. Now, I've covered everything you need to know about investing in the Free Money School in over 2 hours of detail around asset allocation and strategy. There's a lesson which explains the different asset classes and their volatility, those ups and downs you see in the market from shares or less volatile asset classes that don't go up and down, like cash. So I'd suggest you go and learn there first so that you can understand and follow through to your ultimate investment setup in this masterclass. If you're making notes, that's great. Remember, guys, Rome wasn't built in a day, but you can build it and you are always in control of your time and destiny. Nothing is too big or daunting. Money is easy. It just needs some time and attention. Use this as an opportunity to learn with a loved one and share this experience of your journey together. It will absolutely be worth your while. So let's continue. What happens if you're starting from scratch? If you're starting from scratch, you're earning an income. You're debt-free. The first investment fund you have to build is your emergency fund. This is a pool of money worth 6 to 12 months of your monthly expenses. And don't take my word for it. It can be up to 2 years if you want to. Learn from hindsight, so to speak. Now, this emergency fund is a separate parallel account that is built up in a safe place like a savings account or a money market account. This fund is not for crazy returns. It's safe, makes a little money while you don't need it, and it's immediately accessible if and when you do. For example, the world shuts down, the market crashes, and you lose all of your income. You're okay. This is not the same as your security fund, independent fund, and freedom fund. Now, the reason for this is because your 3 targets of money are for your freedom of income at a later point in time. This classes them as medium to long-term goals. The accounts you invest in for these goals have different benefits of use that may trade off immediate accessibility for a tax benefit perhaps. The game is to build them up as fast and efficient as possible. But in the beginning, if you don't have your emergency fund saved up and life happens, you're going to access them and you've gone off track. If you have an emergency fund and never use it, that's the best scenario. All it means is that it can add to your target if the emergency is to be financially free and retire by that difference. Okay, so let's look at an example. Let's look at our 23-year-old entrepreneur. His timeframes to achieving his freedom goals from our last exercise were his security was 13 years away, which puts him at 36 years old at that stage, independent 17 years, and he's 40 at that stage, and freedom 23 years from now, and that means he's on track to his financial freedom at 46 years old. Let's think about his situation with the end in mind. What will he do at 36 years old when he's hit his security target? Think about it. What would you do if it was you? He'd probably do nothing. He'd likely still be working and earning, and so his life really won't change. So if his life doesn't change, what does achieving his security goal mean to him? It means that he's living without the pressure of funding his security from his salary, but it doesn't mean that he needs to start withdrawing from his security fund yet. His life is still funded from his working income. He can remain invested and enjoy his growth, compounding, and enjoy the comfort of knowing that he's financially secure. The reality is, he's happier because of this, working on projects he really wants to, and will likely continue this pattern through his independence target and up to his financial freedom target at age 46, and probably even past that. And that's the whole point. If he lived to 100, he would have enjoyed the majority of his life on his own terms with no financial stress. So what investment accounts should he use for this time frame? For goals that are long-term, he should consider tax-deferred investment vehicles that give him the advantage of tax rebates every year. These are retirement vehicles. He should consider tax-free vehicles or tax-efficient vehicles like tax-free savings accounts, investment accounts that are tax-free in their entirety, on growth and on withdrawal. Or he should consider endowments. That's tax-free in your hands after a certain period of time. He should consider low-cost unit trusts or ETFs. And as he builds up to his security goal, he should consider preserving his capital and protecting it from market risk by either adjusting his investment strategy to a conservative strategy or by using guaranteed structured products that are out there that can give you an income for life with a guarantee on your capital. Here's a scenario. He continues to work hard finding money and investing towards his freedom fund. As his income increases, he plays the game purposefully and reaches his financial freedom at age 37. What are the possible investment options or strategies available to him in this scenario? Think about it. He has no financial concerns or stress. He's still happily working and funding his lifestyle from his occupation. What he can do is use the growth from his freedom fund to maybe finance new assets. Why? Because he can afford to finance as many assets with his potentially unlimited cash flow. His freedom fund replaces him as his ultimate asset. And yours can too. Stay focused. I'll see you in the next lesson.